Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you're having a good one. What's good, what's good, what's good? So why did the market do what it did yesterday? Why? Well, later on yesterday, what happened? We got an executive order that said to go out and figure out how to create a Bitcoin reserve without costing the US taxpayer money. Been talking about crypto since last year. Surrounded yourself with people around crypto or from crypto since last year. And what that, executive order said to me was that you don't have a plan. Remember, for a minute now, I've been asking how and when. That executive order was nothing more than a photo op, in my humble opinion. Why? Because it didn't answer how and when. All it did was say, if you have time, go figure it out. Don't believe me? It does not say you are mandated to go figure it out. It says, well, you're authorized, meaning if you get to it. So that executive order meant nothing. I said it was going to be lip service. And here we are with lip service. So the market went down a little bit. Market went down a little bit also because, economic data has not been looking good. So this on top of, previous yap, it's a bunch of lip service. We got a bunch of lip service for the altcoins. So now there's a separation between Bitcoin and the altcoins, right? That's going to be like some sort of like Fort Knox thing or stockpile thing. And we're not going to buy any. It's just going to be through forfeiture or something. That sounds to me like enforcement. Whenever somebody gets arrested and they have some and they forfeit it, that'll go into the stockpile. What do you mean by stockpile? Stop and think about that. You arrest somebody, they have bags and bags of coins, right? Various coins. That would mean that just about any coin could wind up in the stockpile. Very loosey-goosey. Very loosey-goosey. Nothing solid. Like I said, for a minute now, I've been asking how and when. How and when? That's all everybody was looking for. So when it happened, Bitcoin went down to, I think, like 85,000. It could have been momentous, but it wasn't. Lucknick gave lip service. Oh, it's going to be 1 million Bitcoin. We're going to go get 1 million Bitcoin. Loomis, million Bitcoin. Everybody, million Bitcoin. If you can, if you have the chance, if you get to it, if you feel like it, how about you go figure it out? It's okay if you go figure it out. That's basically what it's all right if you want to do it. It's all right if you don't want to do it. There's no mandate there. Because if there was, then they would have to do it. And they weren't given a mandate to go do it. So no how, no when, just more lip service and a photo op. I wonder if there was anything on the page. Maybe there was a recipe for like donuts or something. So there's that. What else did we get? We also got, an about face, sort of, another pause on tariffs. I'm wondering, because other countries are kind of like, well, you said you were going to do it. We took you at your word. So we reciprocated. China's like, we're not rolling jack back. It's going to stay there. So that's your FAFO moment. That right there. That's your FAFO moment right there. You effed around. Now you're finding out. Canada. Liquor off the shelves. FAFO moment. That's your FAFO moment. And I'm just sitting here and I'm going, and what did it get us? There was somebody, a Canadian, obviously, that said it right. If we have a problem with our border, the problem is not with the other country. The problem is with ours. When you come into our country, we check you. Let that sink in. When you enter the United States checks you to make sure everything's on the up and up. So we're having this tariff war over all this fake stuff. I mean, I think the percentage is 1%. Like, look at Canada. 1% of fentanyl drugs come in through Canada. The rest come in through Mexico and other areas. So it's not about fentanyl. You went after Canada for what reason? For what? I'm still trying to figure that out. Nobody's told me for what. They're saying, oh, fentanyl. Whoa. That's how much fentanyl? That's how much we're fighting about? Wait a minute. We're going to have economic turmoil because of 1% of fentanyl getting in? Our borders agents aren't doing a good job or something like that? Is that what you're saying? Stop and think about that. So comparatively, our border agents that are handling Canada are doing a great job compared to what's going on down in the Mexico area. Of course, they're building tunnels and things like that. Excuse me. So I'm just wondering, like, how does that work in your head? How does that work in your head? So I'm just trying to figure it all out. We're going to have tariff wars when it's on us to stop things that come into our country. And then with the yap, you just sit there. And then with, bad jobs data from ADP. So nobody's expecting good jobs data today. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on right now that people are sitting around and just kind of saying, ooh, that's not cute. That's a no bueno situation. No bueno situation. But okay. Corey in his house. Yeah, Corey, calling Canada the 51st state was the most idiotic thing. Saying that we're going to go after Greenland one way or another. What are we sounding like? We're sounding like the United States can't be trusted. That's ill. That is ill. How far does he have to go before somebody says, hey, you're messing with, because I think that's what happened right now. I think the tariffs were messing with too many people's money. And he got some phone calls. And he says, hey, you need to cut this out. Like, we need to get our liquor back on the shelves. We need to be able to get our cars from Mexico. We need to be able to get our car parts from Canada. You're going to wreck a lot of industries. Now, mind you, I think a lot of this, I think the whole thing with the crypto, photo op is about directing your eyes over here because they effed up in saying that they're going to fire 80,000 people from the Veterans Affairs. 80,000 people out pounding the pavement. A great deal of them veterans. So when they go for a job interview, the other people that are out there pounding the pavement looking for jobs, well, they're going to go to the veterans first, no? I know I would. I have family that are veterans. War veterans, no less. My brother's been involved in damn near everything since he graduated high school. And he's a tad older than I am. So, yeah. So I again, just what are we thinking economically? All of this is going to hurt our bags. Has been hurting our bags. Because every time he opens up his mouth about tariffs, crypto market tanks. And not a little bit. I mean, it's almost a straight line down. It tanks. And then we have to fight to recover. Then he opened up his mouth about this crypto thing. And then what happened? Nothing. Nothing happened. How and when? There was no answer to how. There was no answer to when. And so now, I mean, the crypto summit, what? If you're calling it a summit? Going to Camp David, are we? I don't think it's going to be a summit. I think it's going to be another photo op. I'm not expecting any big news. I think we got all the big news. So I'm managing my value appropriately, meaning all my digital assets, my money, my investments, my businesses, handling those appropriately, because I think we're going to be in for it later this year. Q4, we could see that big R word show up, in my humble opinion. We took that poll last night, so go watch last night's poll. I think we could see it. And in no way is this good. In absolutely no way is this good. Because again, lip service. Now, Solana co-founder denies lobbying for U.S. crypto reserve. Anatoly says, yeah, nah, he didn't lobby to get Solana included in that statement. I don't know. And then what came out of it, you're kind of like, does it matter now? Doesn't matter now. The summit's going to happen. Charles Hoskinson isn't going to be there. Nobody from the Cardano space is going to be there. Yet you named Cardano to be in the reserve before you split the reserve through yesterday's photo op. Questions. I've got nothing but questions. Nothing but questions. Right? Then you have an Olympic snowboarder, former Olympic snowboarder, is being hunted down by the FBI. Let me read this to you. Ryan Wedding is wanted for leading a cocaine empire and laundering money through Tether USDT with a $10 million bounty on his head. Wow. How much money was this guy moving? Holy moly. How much weight was this guy moving? And for who? Because if you think he's the head, that's funny. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. If you ain't growing it, you ain't in control. So who? Then you've got, and the only reason why I hit the news, hit my news level is because it involved, USDT, which kind of makes sense, right? It is what it is. It could have been fiat. Know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much money was laundered through Tether. Maybe it wasn't much, but it's a crypto and it's Tether. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Taiwan is going to launch a digital, national digital wallet some point in 2025, probably last quarter. That's going to be a good thing. Taiwan's digital wallet will integrate digital IDs, health insurance, and more, aiming for security and public trust. I'm just saying, we've got countries around the world that are just saying, hey, we want to do some good. There's this technology that we can use that can stop fraud and blah, blah. Just saying, there are things that we could be doing. We should be taking notes. Cardano partners with Serpro to modernize Brazil's public sector. Cardano Foundation and Serpro aim to improve government efficiency through blockchain, but ADA price fell. Yeah, that's not why it fell, but it's all right. It's all right. The fact that the foundation is going to be working with Brazil, oh, that is gorgeous. That's actually really good news. That's actually really, really, really good news. Now, Brazil had other stuff going on, but that's really, really, really good news. If you're a part of the Cardano army, you should be jumping up for joy about that one. Again, I believe Cardano is the second most decentralized coin on the planet right now after Bitcoin. Just saying. Now, their Brazil CBDC pilot was delayed. Why? Because of what I've been telling you guys. People are like, that privacy thing, I go to work, I earn my money, and mistaken identity, you render my money useless. Yeah, that's how far they can go. And people in Brazil are kind of like, nah, we don't want that. We don't want that. Nope. So yeah, delayed. Probably indefinitely. Probably indefinitely. And then you have Pakistan talking about they're going to have a national crypto council. Companies, I think countries rather, I think countries around the world had a certain stance about crypto. And let me rephrase. The governments of countries had a certain stance on crypto. And I think the people started sending little messages. Like, yeah, no, we don't like your stance. We don't like what you're doing about that. That's not where we're going. No. And so you're seeing governments have to take a step back and rethink what they're doing. Some of them were overly loosey-goosey. Some of them were overly rigid. Think steel pipe. So now they're starting to realize, oh, we should change this. We might want to work on that. And I think you're starting to see countries around the world starting to compare notes, starting to say, yeah, the CBDC is not necessarily the way to go, but you know, we could work with stable coins and still get what we need, right? I mean, the U.S. government asked Tether to lock down about $27 million in Tether from, what is it, Garantex? Because it was being used by Russia. And then, they had to cease operations because the U.S. snatched it. Yeah. So pretty much the U.S. can, do what they need to do. Other governments can do what they need to do via stablecoins. Within reason. Within reason. So yeah, you start to think about these things. You start to realize, oh, what's going on? Speaking of stablecoins, you know who was thinking about doing a stablecoin? Bank of America. Wait, you want to run a stablecoin and you've been having all those bank issues? I don't know. I don't know about that. Bank of America is contemplating doing a stablecoin. And I'm thinking that, you know what? I'm not even mad about it. I think a lot of banks, truthfully, all jokes aside, I think a lot of banks are starting to think about maybe we should do our own stablecoin. So at some point, there's going to be too many stablecoins. And then some of them are just going to have to fall by the wayside. They'll just have to eventually just go away. Nobody's going to use them. I don't want a stablecoin controlled by a bank. That's controlled by a country and its policies. I'd like a neutral stablecoin, please. Right? Because as soon as you start getting involved in all that, you start to realize, oh, we're just trying to repeat what we had, just with newer technology. That's all? Nah. So that's a lot to think about. So there's a lot to research. Do the GMB 3. Do your own research. Take in what I said, but do your own research. Know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. That's the GMB 3. That's the model. 15 minutes a day. Just give yourself 15 minutes a day to start. Just 15 minutes. Go do some investment research. And then doing that every day will help you start to put the dots together. You could be looking at a bucket of dots, but there are these 3, 4, 5 dots that are really shining bright about a particular topic. And you'll be like, oh, this is painting me a clear picture. You start to get good at it. You start to pick out what's real news, what's fake news, what's BS. Like it says, no time to harangue about some BS. No time. No time whatsoever. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Get my notes out of the way. So what are we expecting today? We're expecting the U.S. jobs report at 8:30. Unemployment rate, hourly wages, all at 8:30. That's going to be pretty cool. And when I mean cool, I mean the market's going to be cool toward those numbers. I think we're going to be looking at a sell-off Friday. I really do. I think every Friday is a sell-off Friday. I think it's a rare occasion that we get a buy Friday. You know what I mean? Fear and greed index is at 34 from 25. It's cute. We're down $1 billion to 100. I think less than $1 billion to $103.77 billion in total value locked. Bitcoin, yeah, right here. So look at that. Went as far as that, 84,706. When everything was getting signed, it was kind of like, yeah, what are you doing with that? What are you doing? So yeah, I think we're bouncing laterally between my orange band and my pink band. It's not good. I want us to bump up into this pink band area. But we're not going to do that because every time he says something about tariffs, boo, that's where we wind up. Now, I want you to stop and think about something because I've been saying this for a minute too. When I think about, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me see something here. Is there a possibility? No, not quite. Not quite. We'd be off. Yeah, forget that. So it's not going to work. I thought I was looking at this one, and this one to see if there's a trend line forming. Not so much. But I think we're going to wind up going. I mean, just think about how far we dropped from here to here. I mean, yeah, we could go all the way back to when he first started talking about tariffs. We went from here all the way down to here. Yikes. Think about that. He started talking about tariffs and we're up at above 100 and then we tank all the way down to here. Let's move that up a little bit so you can see it. We tank all the way down to here to about 78. I mean, I'm thinking there's a lot of room to go and it's a good time to DCA. Like I haven't changed my DCA. I haven't changed my dollar cost averaging strategy at all. Hey, Stitchy. It's my dog. My daughter's dog. The kid's dog. And he likes to come downstairs and say good morning. So, yeah, I think I'm not changing my DCA strategy. I might change my dry powder strategy. I'm going to change my trading strategy. You might be able to actually see him over there. Can you see him? Yeah, let me get out of the way. There he is, looking out the window. For those people that like dogs. So I'm not changing that strategy. I'll change my dry powder. I'll change my trading strategy because my trading strategy says, oh, this is called volatility. I might be able to make some money off this volatility. And I've been telling you guys for a while, I have two sets of wallets. I've got my hodling wallets and I've got my trading wallets. And that's what I pay attention to. My hodling wallets, I just DCA. My trading wallets, this is just for opportunity. These are just there for opportunity. That's it. I can get in, get out. I can get out, get in. Just for opportunity. Tariffs. I'm going to buy. Am I going to hold for a long time? Probably not. Depends on what I think is going on. But I'm gonna take those wallets and I'm gonna play for profit. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play for profit. That's it. From 78 to 85, right? That's a greater than 10% move. Or a little less than 10% move. So yeah, no, I'm gonna play for profit. I don't mind making 10%. Let me do that a few times. If you're lucky enough to be able to do that 10 times, well, you're 100% up. Now, did we have those kind of opportunities? No, you had one. So we had one drop here, bam. There was your opportunity. Then you had from here, you had to wait all the way down to here. It's not going to happen. People thought maybe that, nope. This was actually a money-making opportunity. You could have sold right there, made a couple of bucks. Then we tanked. And as soon as you tanked, you could have bought right there. Then we came back a little bit. Then we came back again. And then tariffs, tank again. And then you make your money back. And then we tanked again. And then hopefully you're making your money back. But if he says anything about tariffs, we're going to be back down here in the orange level. If he doesn't say anything about tariffs, if they make him shut up about it, and that the whole tariff situation goes away, well, we'd be back within the pink band at least. This is where we want to capitulate and have a breather. We don't want to capitulate and have a breather here. We want to be here. We want to be up a little bit. Kind of dance around there. But he's been bringing down the crypto market and the stock market. Because companies have been planning for these tariffs. And so prices have already gone up. Shelves are already starting to be empty. I mean, you're having the effect. You're definitely having the effect. Just saying. Look at the big board. Yeah, there's a lot of ugliness. To me, ugliness means opportunity. No joke. Bitcoin below 90. Solana down. I'm not touching Solana, but other people might. Cardano below $1. BNB chain. Ethereum, XRP, XLM, Avalanche, Sui, Litecoin, Aptos, Algorand, Arbitrum, Link, Aave, Uniswap, Hype, HBAR. I mean, you just have, Mantra, ton. Ondo. You just have a lot of opportunities here. A lot of opportunities. Depending on the research that you do, you might find that coin that you could really make money on. Right? For me, to be fair, I put money into Bitcoin. I put money into other things. If I'm putting money into something else, I'm going to put some money into Bitcoin. Just trying to stockpile. XRP, not bad for the year. Scroll down. Did I pass it? No, it's right here. Litecoin is not doing so hot, but that's all right. Where's the other one I was looking at? Stellar, not so hot right now. Year to date wise, getting slaughtered. I love XLM. Yeah, I'd buy in. For me. Just because they have a different business model, right? So yeah, there's a lot. Looking at the GMB crypto tracker, I just want to look at the losers. Farcoin, huge loser, down 21%. AI16Z, which is really Elisa OS, down 16%, 9.0x. GMB X factor, Ondo down 13%, GMB X factor of 1.08. Yeah, Ondo's doing not bad. Do I think Ondo can make that 1.08? Yeah, absolutely. Virtuals down 13%, GMB X factor of 5.90. Yeah, I think they could do it. Turtle Bitcoin, what's going on? Who else is on here that I can pay attention to? Aave down 9.4%, GMB X factor of 2.2. Yeah. Mantra down 9.27%, GMB X factor of 0.38. That's called profit taking. I'm telling you, Mantra's been killing it. Mantra has been killing it. SNEC down 8.96. No, I don't own any SNEC. Has a GMB X factor of 132. Do I think it can do it? Yeah, I think SNEC can come back. Notcoin has a GMB X factor of 10.74. It's currently down 8.6. Do I think it can come back? I don't think so. That's why I got out. I made my money and I bounced. It's not about, huge profit. It's about any profit. Making your money work for you. Just saying. The difference between saving and investing. Okay? Again, I'm probably going to say this like all the time. Saving is when you give your money to somebody else so they can make money off your money. Let me say it again. Saving is when you give your money to somebody else so they can make money from your money. Investing is you making money on your money. That's what that is. Rendered down 9.95, GMB X factor of 2.62. Yeah, I think it'll come back. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's where you are with the losers. Pop one over to winners. Let's make sure I've got this set up right. Yeah, not a lot of winners. I got that 5% rule. That's it. You get hammered. Sui's got to deal with World Liberty Financial. Eek. Eek. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. 0.9 GMB X factor. Sui is going to be fine. Sui's going to be fine. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff going on that we could be paying attention to, that we should be paying attention to. Bitcoin SV is being considered for a lot of things. As you can see it right here. But, it's not moving. It's basically sideways right now. It's nothing solid right now. But I'm thinking that so much stuff has been happening with infrastructure that we could see some positive movement. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes. Tell your friends about this channel because it's the only channel that makes you a part of the show. It also is all about growing this community so we can continue to share information with each other so that we can each grow our respective bags. Something else that we do, we've got a monthly video conference call for big baggers, right? That video conference call hosted by yours truly. What we do, we share all kinds of tips, tricks, ideas, coins, projects, business ideas, investment ideas, all on video conference with that tight group. If you want to become a big bagger, go to growmyBag.tv/sign-up. You can also just become a regular bagger. Regular bagger is only $12 a year. $12 a year, and you have access to over 7,100, 7,200 articles. So just saying, you get a lot of content, a lot of things to think about. And of course, you get access to the show. Everybody, have a great one. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And as always, thank you for your trust. I greatly appreciate you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.